Alright, YouTube, here's game 3. I'll be on the play.
And I'll be on the draw, because I chose to. Not because that's how Magic works.
No, Delver always wants to be on the play. That
agree.
turn 1 Delver is just too good. That's why people are calling Abandoned and Legacy. Not Force of Will, folks, not the good card. Like, that stops everything. No. Not Emrakul, no. Delver Secrets was...
Delver's too powerful, but it makes like a whole archetype actually playable. So.
Yeah, it makes Tempo an actual deck. Shuffle that up good for me with your special shuffling. I would power shuffle, but I have like 35 minutes left on my battery. 34, I think. Yeah, 34. So I want to get this game concluded. Not that you can't conclude a game in a half hour, but we spent a lot of time going over our hands and sideboard in game 2. So that way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Huh. This hand's really tempting to keep. Knowing that I'm facing Delver, I think I'm going to jam it. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, normally in Control we don't take this. But because I have these follow-up cards, especially that, and I know I'm on Delver because we're in Game 3, I think we're going to keep it. Okay, so...
I'll just talk for a second. So my hand looks like this. It has 3 of this card, which is pretty powerful. That's something that I can do to like establish a threat, and then yeah, and then something to hold him off for a little bit. So this hand actually seems really good, so I can set up all my draws and stuff. So I'm good when you are.
Okay, so we're gonna play that and pass turn.
Oh, draw a card.
Yeah, this is one of my non-full arts, sadly.
Play an island, tap to cast Serum Visions.
Sure.
To draw a card. Scry 2. Well, I know for a fact that I want to do one of these cards on the same turn that I cast the card that I showed you. So go ahead. I'll keep them both on top so I can draw both.
Yeah, so this is exactly where I thought we were going. I'm going to play Mortar Pod and pass.
Alright, well,
that's my germ token.
That really sets me back a little bit. So, now instead of actually playing that guy, I think I'm just going to have to cast Serum Visions to
draw a card.
Draw a card and scry 2. I think I'll bottom both of those. And then pay 2 life for Steam Vents.
So you're at 18.
I'll go to 18 and I'll pass the turn.
On top, go to draw step. Okay, so this is partially why I kept that. I'll pay 2 life and play that. So it'll come into play on top. So I'm at 18 as well.
Yep.
And we'll pass turn.
I don't have anything to do on your end step, so I'll just untap, upkeep, draw. I will pay 2 life to play Steam Vents.
Okay.
And then I will cast a Young Pyromancer.
Okay.
So he resolves?
Yes.
Okay. I will then pay 2 life, take a Taxing Probe, triggering Young Pyromancer.
Response says trigger.
Okay.
Shoot him down.
Yep. So he will die. His trigger will resolve then. I'll get a 1/1. And then Taxing Probe.
You know what? We're actually going to dispel your Taxing Probe.
So
as well.
So how's the stack going to go on? Because it matters, I think.
No, Dispel, and then I'm going to shoot him.
This is counter instant. This is a sorcery. So
oh, sorry about that. Okay, well then, I think we actually just use Negate then.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Trigger on the stack. Do you use Mortar Pod then to kill this guy?
Yeah.
Or, okay. And then you're going to negate.
Gitaxian Probe.
Okay. I'm going to Spell Pierce it.
That's fine.
Just so I can get some more information and actually draw my card. So,
but I also, you might be wondering why I did that, folks. It does let him draw a card, but it also burns out some of his early game cards, which is what I generically want to do. He definitely wants to get to the card that he did whatever with Serum Visions, and he does get to see my hand, but now he's in a spot where he's tapped out, and I'm free to play Meddling Mage.
So, I just had this 1/1 and I'll pass the turn. So
Which,
him, like, getting to resolve Meddling Mage is kind of a pain, but it's just depending on, like, what he names and stuff, so. And hopefully he just doesn't hit his land. So what are you going to name?
Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt, okay. So, whenever I used to play with Meddling Mage a lot, I used to write down what the card was and leave it on the card so nobody forgets. So I'm just going to do that real quick.
And,
Bolt.
we're going to pass, because unfortunately I didn't find my...
Other land.
Yeah.
So I'll draw my card. And I think this is where I get to establish another Young Pyromancer. Casting Serum Visions to trigger Young Pyromancer again. Steal something here. That's not a fetch land. That's whatever. Okay, so Vanguard and Force of Will. I will draw a card and scry 2. Put one of them on the bottom and then I'll keep one of them on top. I think that's correct. And I'll pass the turn.
I'm actually going to use Ghost Quarter to pop your Steam Vents.
Okay.
The reason I'm doing this is because Serum Visions, he wants to draw that top card, and I'm taking that away from him, even though I'm going to 2 things. I also had to spell a few other weapons to use, so we'll see where we go. But I think that's the correct play.
I don't know if like I would have done that because your Supreme Verdict means a lot right now, but let's see how it works out. But yeah, I'll get a basic island untapped and he can go.
My verdict does mean a lot, but so do those.
Alright, so this one can resolve. You're going to cast this one first. So this guy goes away. I'll get a basic mountain.
Comes into play tapped.
Yep. And then I will cast Dispel targeting Path to Exile.
Okay.
To get my guy back, just so I can have...
That's the downside about not hitting your land drops. I'm probably going to lose because I've only had 2 lands in my opening hand. So he just basically gained advantage. This is where Delver gets ahead quite a bit. It might actually cost me like my Meddling Mage, because I open double Dispel where they're good. I need lands to play with them, and in the 24 land deck I expected to draw like 2, but I haven't.
Yeah.
So pass.
I'll draw a card.
And I have shut off 4 cards in his deck, so I mean I'm kind of okay with that.
That is exactly the card that I wanted. So we're going to cast
Rendering Volley.
Rending Volley.
Yep.
Targeting that guy. That deals 4 damage and is uncounterable to a white or blue creature. I'll trigger this guy to get another card, another Force of Will. Then I will, since he stalled out and whatever, I think I'm just going to try to get him as dead as possible, as quick as possible. I'll cast Delver of Secrets and hope to flip it so I can get him dead. I'll attack you for 4.
Okay, my turn.
Put you to 12.
Yeah, my
16, sorry.
missing my land drop was really harsh right there.
14.
Sadly, I drew planes. My only hope is that he doesn't have the kill spell, and then I just top deck into another land and verdict. Go ahead. And then I can actually establish myself. So hopefully this is a non-tap land.
So Delver Secrets upkeep.
Never lucky.
Never lucky.
He might be less inclined to establishing more of a board presence with this kind of field, especially since it's 2 cards and just
Stack you for
spells.
6 then?
Yeah.
And you go to 8?
Yep.
I'll pass the turn.
Gotta get a land.
Let's hope he's not lucky enough.
Go ahead.
Alright. This is really good for me because a Delver deck, even in like Legacy and like Modern, they both reward you for your opponent stumbling.
Yes.
So I'll play Pluto Delta, which was in fact my draw for the turn. So Delver Secrets never flips, never lucky. Go to combat and attack you for 6 again to put you to 2.
Yep.
Whereas if Delver flipped, it was lethal damage. Go ahead.
Never lucky on my own time.
Yeah.
I needed that to be an untapped land to cast the verdict. Did you just have Bolt for the game?
No.
Okay. So, actually, this is what I said about taking this card to 2. He obviously wins. I'm at 2 life. I drew into Gifts Ungiven, which is a good card that I never got to play. And so, Delver overcomes blue-white control. I'm not sure if I agreed with the...
So I would finally get to flip Delver, but it doesn't matter, so...
What was in your hand?
I just had a Young Pyromancer and a bunch of counter spells.
So nothing to actually take out verdict?
No. You
That's
can't
fair.
actually deal with verdict, so...
Okay.
I would just have to play a Young Pyromancer next turn, if you would verdict this turn, and then hopefully if you like tried to kill it, I would just have enough stuff to get through.
Well, it would have been a Sun Titan, so it wouldn't have died.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so hope you guys enjoyed the game, and yeah, stay tuned for future Card Fight Vanguard, Magic, and potentially Force of Will. I'm not sure if I'm adding that to my channel quite yet. I need people with decks, so to record. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if I can take the camera to locals when I can make it. And later, YouTube. Have a good one. Peace.